Getting a tour card, that's a lifelong dream. You definitely want to celebrate that.
I've wanted that since I was a kid.
It's been a lifelong dream. The end goal is to go to the PGA Tour.
Definitely a culmination of a lot of hard work, a lot of downs, a lot of ups, and you want to make sure you remember those ups.
A long, long wait is Tourbound.
The release, the reward, the celebration.
Having that moment just makes it so rewarding.
A turning point to reflect, to revel, and to look forward.
I'm always going to be looking ahead and looking to see what's next.
There's no sure thing. You got to keep grinding. Once you get that, then the real work begins.
Korn Ferry presents Tourbound The Finals. The Korn Ferry Tour is the proving grounds for the world's best golfers on their journey to the PGA Tour.
I can play, especially at this level, and I would like to see how my game does on the PGA Tour.
You have to be really competitive week in and week out.
The 2025 season is the most competitive yet. Now with only 20 PGA Tour cards up for grabs, the 4 remaining events, the finals, will have more points available with decreasing fields.
I'm looking down the points list, and it's anyone's ball game. A lot of guys are fighting for the job for next year, whether that be on the PGA Tour or here on the Korn Ferry Tour.
It's dialing up the drama at the end of the season.
It's extra pressure you put on yourself to make the most of this chance, because it might be your only one.
It's just 4 golf tournaments left, one shot at a time, and that's kind of how I'm trying to approach it.
It's going to just get more exciting as the finals go.
It's just an opportunity to showcase what I can do.
You always have to keep the pedal down. There's no comfort zone.
Despite the difficulty, there are already players declared tour-bound. Johnny Keefer, Austin Smotherman, Neil Shipley, and Emilio Gonzalez earned enough points headed into the finals to guarantee a PGA Tour card.
There's still a lot to play for. The biggest goal is like chase that #1 spot.
It's really nice to have the auto exemption at US Open and the player. Just having the #1 spot is really fun.
Johnny put himself pretty far ahead of the next guy, but it's not impossible to catch him.
While the top spot is valuable, the focus is on making the top 20. And this is the closest Julian Suri has been in his 12 years as a professional.
My dream would be just to kind of fulfill my potential golf-wise.
Watch out for Surrey. He knows how to raise a trophy.
In his first year as a professional, Blades Brown looks to remain in the top 75 to make the final event.
He comes out, turns pro, and he's just kept the pedal down, kept the momentum going. It's great to see. He's a heck of a player.
While Christo Lamprecht broke through, he is aiming to finish strong.
Turned it all around, now got himself well inside that top 10.
I'm in a good position where I don't have to put boatloads of pressure on myself, and I can just keep continuing and try to play some good golf coming in.
Adrien de Chassart is on the hunt to return to the PGA Tour, but is on the outside looking in along with seasoned vet Zach Bauchou.
I need to have some good weeks to give myself a chance for the top 20, so you just gotta try to play as well as you can.
At the conclusion of a grueling regular season, 4 tournaments remain to earn it, and the finals begin in Tennessee. A lot of these names trying to make a push over the next 5 weeks, try to snag one of the 20 PGA Tour cards up for grabs.
These guys are thinking about getting that #1 position.
In the race for the #1 spot on the points list, Neil Shipley and Austin Smotherman lose ground, narrowly missing out on the weekend. But Emilio Gonzalez eyes Johnny Keefer in the top spot. Johnny Keefer atop the points list, tour-bound for next season on the PGA Tour. While Keefer looks to solidify his lead on the points list, others make big moves on the leaderboard in the second round. Austin hit a 61 in round 2, career low round on the Korn Ferry Tour, trying to move up the points list.
Started using a new putter this week, first time in 3 years, so maybe I should have done it sooner.
You see so many of those players outside the top 20 on the points list as we get the finals going. While Hit's new putter heated up on Friday, Zach Bauchou, sitting 30th on the points list, charges into the lead on Saturday with a bogey-free 6-under 64. How good is this?
I'll do it. Wow.
It's going to improve the stats. Pitch in for Bauchou.
I'll try not to worry about what the other guys are doing, and I'm in a good spot to where I can control my own destiny if I play well tomorrow.
As Bauchou stakes his claim to the top spot, Hitt continues to apply pressure.
Big putt here. This to remain one back of Zach Bauchou. Austin Hitt's going to have an opportunity come Sunday. Zach Bauchou making a run, trying to get in that top 20 position. Right now, the focus for the 29-year-old, 18 more holes in Tennessee. Can he get it done?
With 75 players making the Korn Ferry Tour Championship, Blades Brown is right on the bubble. With 3 impressive under par rounds, the Nashville native feels comfortable at home.
This thing is so nice. It's butter. It is so special to say that I get to stay in my hometown and say that I'm playing a professional event in Nashville, Tennessee, especially at a golf course that I'm very familiar with. I've been out here ever since I was 9 years old. It helps having a variety of shots that I can hit and I can rely on the golf course. You ever see the Scotland shot? The Scotland shot's one of my favorite shots. This thing is just gonna come out like 50 feet in the air. Just money. Like it's nasty, it's great.
We got a new young player that is electric, has a whole bunch of game, a lot of confidence, fun to watch him go about his business.
I've had a ton of fun. I've gotten to play in 6 events on the PGA Tour and numerous events on the Korn Ferry Tour on awesome venues.
He's really very mature for such a tender age, 18 years old. A well-rounded game. He's gotten really, really strong and really, really fit. Really filled out in the last couple of years.
I think Blades Brown now would smoke Blades Brown from a year ago. I just think professional golf has elevated my game to another level I never thought possible. Iron sharpens iron. When you're playing the best guys in the world week to week, you learn from the best. And I really feel like my game has rocket shipped in the positive way.
Blades Brown, he's going to be a superstar. Medalist at the US Amateur Championship when he was 16. The youngest player to ever do that.
Let's go, baby.
Brown has certainly made the most of the opportunities his first year as a pro, with 2 made cuts on the PGA Tour and 2 top 10 finishes on the Korn Ferry Tour, qualifying him for the finals and a chance to earn a PGA Tour card.
For him to be able to put his full attention into the Korn Ferry Tour has been great. If he's strong enough to be a PGA Tour player next year, he will be.
Getting a PGA Tour card, I think, is not going to leave the back of my mind. I mean, I want to win this week, obviously, and I'm going to try to do that, but the focus is on more of being in the present. I think that's really important.
Final round of the Simmons Bank Open for the Snedeker Foundation. Busy leaderboard on this Sunday. Zach Bauchou, 2-shot lead. Out of the gate, red hot. Birdie 1 and 2, just came off a birdie at 8.
He's presenting himself with a lot of opportunities in this final round.
A guy that has been in this position a lot in his career, especially in these finals. Right now, a real opportunity.
As his first Korn Ferry Tour win is within sight, Zach Bauchou has taken his own unique path in golf. Through sheer determination, he has brought a distinct, laid-back approach.
Yeah, I've got too many clubs in here. Thanks. What time does it get dark, Mike? Do you know?
7.
So we've got 2 hours. Mike's into sports and movies and stuff, so we get to talk about that stuff, which is nice. How will the Niners be this year? Any good?
It depends. Christian McCaffrey needs to be healthy.
Is he back or no?
That'll be a big question mark, Kim State.
Mike, I hope everyone fact checks you on all this stuff. A lot of the days on the course can be long and monotonous, so that kind of seems to break it up for us, which is always fun. Pretty decent.
In his 7th year as a professional golfer, Bauchou credits his solid foundation from college.
I felt like that if I could play with better people, it would be a good catalyst for me to get better at golf. Oklahoma State did that for me. We were able to win the national championship in 2018. We had a great team and so many guys like Austin Eckroat, Matt Wolf, Chris Ventura, Victor Hovland, and me.
We were roommates for 3 years in college. He was very confident and he's not afraid to talk some smack, and he's had some tough times after school.
Following years of trying to break through to the PGA Tour, Bauchou saw an off-ramp in 2023.
I had planned on being done playing golf and was gonna be an assistant coach at a college. And in June of 2023, I Mondayed into the Wichita tournament, and I had a really nice finish. I got a couple more starts that season and was able to finish maybe 82nd on the money list, which got me conditional for 2024, so I got some starts out of that.
The 29-year-old turned those starts into a successful 2024 campaign, narrowly missing his PGA Tour card.
Bauchou gave it a great run. It is so hard to hold it together on a day like today, knowing that you have to finish in top 4.
I've certainly put pressure on myself, but that's okay. I've had friends that have done quite well, so it's cool to see and it's inspiring. But I've done a decent job of focusing on my game and what I need to do to get better.
His improvements yielded results this year. With 4 top 10s, Bauchou sits 30th in the points list, headed into the finals.
All the pressure surrounding these players, Zach Bauchou goes out there and puts together an incredible round of golf.
I'd say that I had higher expectations this year than I did last year, and I'm in a similar spot on the money list, but I still have 4 events this year to try to make a dent in things.
Really proud of him that he's able to kind of turn that around, and he seemed to have matured a lot. He deserves to make it to the PGA Tour.
In the final round, Zach Bauchou holds the lead into the back 9, but faces pressure from Austin Hitt. Right in the middle again for Austin Hitt. Slow start to the day. Austin Hitt catching fire. 30 and 8, 10, 11. But Bauchou responds with birdies on 11 and 12. Perfect read, perfect speed. How about this final pairing catching fire? As Bauchou and Hitt exchange birdies, Blades Brown continues his quest to make the Korn Ferry Tour finals, moving into 70th on the rankings. Meanwhile, finishing tied for 4th, Johnny Keefer extends his lead in 1st on the points list.
Finds himself again inside the top 5. It's incredible what he's done. It's going to be his 8th top 10 this season and 20 starts. Just relentless golf right now from Zach Bauchou. Another birdie. Bauchou leading by 3. Zach Bauchou creates separation, but Austin Hitt has a chance to close the gap with an eagle look at the 17th. He needs to get this to go to apply some pressure. Oh, just not enough steam. It'll be a birdie, 3 back with 1 to play.
It was kind of a turning point. You know, if he makes that putt and I don't make birdie like I did, he's got a really good chance to beat me at the last.
Bauchou, a winner at the Simmons Bank Open.
Projected 7th on the points list and really looks like he's one of the more informed players on the Korn Ferry Tour.
Hey, give me a hug. I haven't won with my parents here since I was a little kid. My dad was crying a little bit. He was really proud of me. Had a decent year, and all that was missing was a win. To have a nice year and to get my card, it puts me in a lot better spot, which is nice.
With 2 wins already this season, Neil Shipley eyes the top spot on the points list. Ahead of the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, his alma mater honored him on the Ohio State Wall of Greats.
The work ethic and your willingness to believe in yourself is what truly has set you apart and made you the Buckeye that we all strive to be. On behalf of Ohio State Golf, welcome to the tour.
Welcome to the home of Ohio State Golf. Come here, we have our wall of tour players. We just added my name here the other day. Mr. Nicholas Weiskopf. Pretty good list here. We have 19 major championships out of this building, 18 of them from Jack. And Weiskopf is our other one with his British Open. The Scarlet course out here is an awesome way to prepare for what you're going to see, especially at championship level golf and majors. It really is the type of golf course that is closer to a major venue. Par is a really good score on every hole. There's not a golf course in the country that's going to intimidate you if you can go out here and get it around in a couple under.
Taking on the Scarlet course, Neil Shipley and the Korn Ferry Tour aim to sharpen their skills as the pressure to make the top 20 heats up in Ohio. Second of 4 finals events for this season on the Korn Ferry Tour. John Vanderlaan, a great round of golf, 62. He is leading by 3. One of those players that are potentially trying to move inside of that top 20 position.
Last year, I don't know if I made 10 birdies in 4 days. I made 10 today, so it's always a good start.
Chandler Blanchet having himself an excellent season. The man that is looking to secure his PGA Tour card.
Comfortable at number 9 on the points list, Chandler Blanchet builds on his season with a 64 on Thursday.
It's been a great year. A ton of top 20s and 25s and one win in Springfield. So really, I feel like I've just owned kind of my game, my process, and like maybe not looking around at other guys as much as I used to.
The cut line causes chaos in Columbus as Julian Suri misses his second cut in the finals, losing ground on the points list as he slips closer to that 20 mark. Points leader Johnny Keefer also missed the cut, along with Neil Shipley. The bite of the Scarlet course overshadowed his familiarity.
It's hard to make cuts on the Korn Ferry Tour. Sometimes it's hard to make putts that often just to get yourself to the weekend.
Christo Lamprecht also looks to solidify his spot, sitting at number 12 on the points list, and makes 7 birdies in round 3. Despite a disappointing Friday, Chandler Blanchet picked up the pace on Saturday with a round of 67.
Now Blanchet in the mix.
If he's hunting, chasing you down, the way he hits it off the tee, the way he putts, it's a scary tour.
But the man to beat on Sunday is John Vanderlaan, holding a 1-shot lead.
Solid round of golf from John Vanderlaan, 52nd on the points list, so needed great play and has got it. Sunday at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. Final round at one of the great golf courses on the Korn Ferry Tour.
In his 6th year on the Korn Ferry Tour, John Vanderlaan enters the final round with a 1-shot lead and got straight to work.
How about that shot from our leader? That's going to be the 3rd time this week Vanderlaan has made 5 birdies on the front 9. The man looking to secure that tour-bound status on this Sunday, Chandler Blanchet.
Sitting 9th in the points list, a solo 3rd or better would secure Blanchet a PGA Tour card.
Blanchet now in a tie for 4th. Stressful times for Chandler.
Making par on the final hole, Blanchet's hopes of becoming tour-bound would have to wait.
Good week once again for the 29-year-old.
South Africa's Christo Lamprecht further solidifies his chances for a PGA Tour card, finishing tied for 18th, while Austin Smotherman gains ground on Johnny Keefer in the race for 1st on the points list. For John Vanderlaan, the pressure mounts on the back 9.
That is going to be a double bogey here at 11 for John Vanderlaan.
I tried to get away with probably a little too much on 11, and it cost me, but it was nice to bounce back the way I did.
On a good line, on a really good line. There we go. How about the bounce back after the double bogey? 2-putt birdie at 12, Cash City at 13.
With a 3-shot lead and a par putt on 18.
John Vanderlaan, so impressive this week, the champion on the Korn Ferry Tour.
Vanderlaan leaps from 52nd to 15th on the points list.
Feels great. It's been a long time coming, it feels like, and my game's been good for a while, and it feels good to actually get it done this time.
The Korn Ferry Tour then travels to Oklahoma for the Compliance Solutions Championship, and on the verge of becoming tour-bound, Davis Chatfield gets busy.
This for eagle at 16. That's going to get Chatfield to 11 under with 2 to play.
I was really comfortable all day with just how I was hitting the ball, and I knew the putts would fall eventually. After that, I figured I had a chance at a 59, and yeah, just fortunate with how those last 3 went.
It's pretty good. How about it? Chatfield, Jordan history here on the Korn Ferry Tour on a Thursday.
After Chatfield sets the tone with a 59, Adrien de Chassart goes lower on Friday, recording the lowest opening score in Korn Ferry Tour history through 2 rounds.
I mean, right in the center. How about it for ADDC? 61-61.
People are going to shoot low scores, I mean, tomorrow, Sunday, the Korn Ferry is that way, So even though I'm at 20 under, just a lot of work to do this weekend.
After missing the weekend the previous 2 weeks, Julian Suri survives an up-and-down back nine to make the cut on the number, keeping his dreams alive to finish in the top 20. One of the biggest opportunities of his career.
I do enjoy the little things, waking up at sunrise and going to the beach.
It's refreshing to take in the sights, the smells, the sounds, and keep your vibrational frequency high. It brings you down into the moment, into the present, and I'm not thinking about what's for lunch, what I gotta practice, what I'm working on in my swing. It just brings me back into the here and now. It's just a very centering place.
Having a very cerebral approach to life and big dreams of playing on the PGA Tour, 34-year-old Julian Suri sits right on the points list bubble. While he soaks in his recent successes, he knows all too well the rough waters that come with life as a professional golfer.
I came out of school and I was struggling with my game and grinding on mini tours for a few years, and then kind of found my way in Europe, started playing well, and found out my good is pretty good.
Great attitude, good execution, and he is a winner on the European Tour. Congratulations to Julian Suri.
A couple of victories already for Julian on the European Tour. Looking young player, rising up the world golf rankings.
Reaching 60th in the world brought the spotlight and opportunity.
He's reached a pinnacle of contending in big events, majors, and then had a couple injuries and really struggled.
Battling swing changes, he suffered a core muscle injury that required surgery.
And Suri, he's a journeyman. He won in Europe, battled some injuries, spent 4 years on the DP World Tour, and then one-day qualifying, a couple seasons out here on the Korn Ferry Tour, none with full status.
It's about riding the waves, and it's about resilience, it's about persistence.
8 long years since his wins in Europe, Julian's fortitude proved valuable. Despite limited starts this year, he had a runner-up finish in Texas and then seized the opportunity in Utah.
It's a big moment for Julian. Never really been in the mix going into the end of the year, so this is very important.
Going into Sunday, I felt like I was getting lapped. I just put my head down and let's just see how many birdies we can make.
Our new leader, Julian Suri, lighting the golf course up today.
I had a 6-footer to win, and in reality, everything I want is on the other side of making this putt.
With that, Julian Suri, your champion in Utah, picking up his first win on the Korn Ferry Tour in style.
That was just kind of validation that I had been going about it the right way.
He's had other successful moments in his career. I've seen how hard he's worked, and then for him to win again and to be in this position was really fulfilling and inspiring.
So much of professional golf is blocking things out. You're blocking out distractions, stuff on social media, whatever. Sometimes you just want to like open all your senses.
Through the turbulence, Suri can always find smooth waters at home.
I think every golfer would kind of describe their career as sort of ups and downs, and you kind of got to ride the waves. I know I've made tremendous strides just even this year in my game, mentally and physically. I'm just out there to execute. It's just an opportunity to showcase that, test myself under the gun, and see what I can do.
24-year-old Christo Lamprecht captured his first Korn Ferry Tour victory with an electric finish earlier this year at the Pinnacle Bank Championship.
Just know you can win a professional golf tournament out here. It's really pretty awesome. Number one, obviously definitely confidence boost. And then second, it's a huge help for me to try to get to where I want to be, and that's the PGA Tour.
Lamprecht's dream to play on the PGA Tour is now closer than ever. His win catapulted him from 31st to 10th on the points list.
It was just a lot of build-up and energy and wanting to play well and, you know, just being purely ecstatic.
The 6'8" South African, great player, having an excellent season.
As the tallest player on the Korn Ferry Tour, Lamprecht's height and resulting unique swing sets him apart from the rest.
8th, 9th grade was probably my big growth spurt. My golf swing changed every week. I had 6 club changes in 3 years. It was an interesting time to play the sport for sure.
very high takeaway, then drops down, trying to keep his tempo, especially with how tall he is.
The South African has drawn inspiration from fellow countrymen who have had success on the PGA Tour, especially family friend Ernie Els.
Klaar jy so laat in die middag? Gaan we klaar? Sê my broer. Nie ons mag ek klaar nie. Lekker man. It's lekker om hier te wees. I've luckily spent some time on holiday at a beach called Harold's Bay. My uncle has a family beach house there, and it's just around the corner from Ernie's and his dad's. I got to see the other side of Ernie Els. It was really special to kind of be around someone that I looked up to back then. He was my role model.
We go from house to house down there. We all kind of family. It's unbelievable. I mean, to come from this little town here and to have this kind of talent come out of this area, it's quite incredible. He has that big-time game, and that's only going to propel him. He's done all the right things. It's now just to pull the trigger whenever that's going to be.
It's incredible how an idol or a person of interest can make that big of an influence on a kid.
Hoping to follow in the footsteps of one of his idols, Lamprecht's PGA Tour card is within arm's reach, and he looks to continue the strong finish he's had to his season.
I just would represent a lot of effort and time put in it as a young kid, practicing for my goals and chasing them. It's not just what it would mean for me, it's all the people that have kind of helped me get there too. It's a dream come true for sure.
Sitting 9 under through 2 rounds of the Compliance Solutions Championship, the young South African's dream is close to being realized. Sitting tied for 29th after the 3rd round, Christo Lamprecht put himself in good position for Sunday. It's a dream realized for Chandler Blanchet, who locks up his PGA Tour card with his strong play this week.
Blanchet having himself a dream season on the Korn Ferry Tour.
I don't know. Points have changed. We're in. Thank you. Thank you. I knew what I had in me. Just needed to, for the right moment, right? Just keep sticking along with it and break through at some point. Crazy. Man, I got goosebumps thinking about it. You know, I've worked on this for my entire life. It's awesome to hear.
Not quite tour bound, Blades Brown salvages his round to keep up his hopes of making the top 75 and continuing into the final event.
Nice save. Blades, a really nice up and down for the 18-year-old.
But the man to beat is Adrien de Chassart with a commanding 7-shot lead.
Started out eagle, par, birdie, birdie. Came into the week 26th on the points list, trying to secure a PGA Tour card. He's running away from the field. Incredible play.
Still gonna need to make birdies, right? You guys can go out tomorrow and shoot 11 to an under. There's still 18 holes to go, so gonna stay in the present and trust the process.
ADDC continues with the foot on the gas, setting records in Oklahoma, and see if he can keep it up come Sunday.
In his mission to return to the PGA Tour, birdies have come easy for Adrien de Chassart in Oklahoma, which is reminiscent of his sudden rise just 2 years ago.
Looking back on my season on the Korn Ferry Tour in 2023, it's pretty special.
Out of college, into the pros, and into the winner's circle.
I didn't know much about pro golf back then. I didn't have any expectation.
Still inside the top 10 on the points list, in good position to get that PGA Tour card.
I didn't make it look easy, you know, but golf is not that easy. I've learned that the hard way the last 2 years.
After easily earning his PGA Tour card, the Tour rookie faced the realities of the game on the big stage.
You know, the level of competition on the PGA Tour is definitely a little, stronger than here on the Korn Ferry. But what I learned is that when you're playing good, just gotta keep the pedal down.
But now with more grit, sharpened by experience, de Chassart is poised to return to the PGA Tour. The final round of the Compliance Solutions Championship is off and running, and keeping his foot on the gas, Adrien de Chassart starts with 3 birdies on his first 3 holes.
When you have a lead like this, it's all about how do I not mess this up?
I'm glad I was able to stay in the moment and make some birdies at the start.
While de Chassart takes off, Julian Suri stays grounded, finishing the weekend 10 under, falling out of the top 20 for the first time since August.
It's incredibly tough how thin that line is to playing good golf to getting your PGA Tour card in 2025.
With his 9th top 10 of the season, Johnny Keefer stakes his claim to first on the points list. Meanwhile, carding 65s on Sunday, Christo Lamprecht earns tour-bound status, but for Davis Chatfield, 2 bogeys on his closing holes postpones his party.
He's had a great season, but just not locking it up before the last event. Just not going to sleep as good as you would have liked.
For 18-year-old Blades Brown, he needs par on the final hole to extend his season.
We can effectively say this really is the biggest part of his life, considering everything it comes with if he gets to the Tour Championships for the top 75.
Making par, Brown locks up the last spot in the Korn Ferry Tour Championship, while Adrien de Chassart makes history. Nate EDC pouring it in, trying to chase down that Korn Ferry Tour scoring record all time. After 3 birdies coming down the stretch, de Chassart seals the deal on 18.
To come out this week and having the lead after 2 rounds and keeping it and actually increasing it is something that I'm really proud of.
To get another Korn Ferry Tour victory after you've already had a rookie year on the PGA Tour, he's going to be dangerous next year.
Yeehaw.
You get a cowboy hat.
All right.
Look out, PGA Tour for 2026. Smashing records and did it in such beautiful style.
The last audition to reach the PGA Tour is here. Last event of the season here on the Korn Ferry Tour. 75 players will put it all on the line.
The top 20 number, this is the number that everyone's thinking about.
The final stage is set with 20 tour cards on the line at the Korn Ferry Tour Championship.
Well, you don't want to be at the nervous point of your career coming to one of the toughest courses, not only on the Korn Ferry Tour, but in the world.
No nerves for Chandler Blanchet with his tour card already secure. The Korn Ferry Tour veteran could play with some freedom.
That's one way to make birdie. Crashed it into the flagstick.
Okay.
With the help of an eagle and 14 in the first round, he cards 1 under on Friday. Blanchet sits 1 back from the leaders heading into the weekend.
29 years old, best season of his professional career. Chandler Blanchet, all smiles as he takes steps closer to the PGA Tour in 26. And this is what you want, and this is what you're getting. A golf course that stacks up to the pressure.
After 2 rounds, the top of the leaderboard sees a 5-way tie for first, comprised of players looking to crack into the top 20 on the points list.
Think about Bauchou and McDonald, Van Aragon, Peter Quest at 5 under par. These players needing a big week, and at this point getting it.
One of those 5 players at the top of the leaderboard includes tour-bound Neil Shipley, aiming for another win in an already stellar year.
Finish off an excellent day, this for 66. There we go, Neil Shipley. So far, low round of the week.
I feel like I'm able to manage these tougher golf courses maybe a little bit better than some other guys. So really excited about the weekend and having it play tough for another 2 days.
Also in a tie for first, Baron Bauchou brings the heat to the final event of the season, needing a win to make a PGA Tour card a reality.
So Bauchou, bogey-free on the day, moving up this board.
As Bauchou climbs the leaderboard, Julian Suri loses ground and is projected 23rd on the points list after the 3rd round. He wouldn't be contending for a PGA Tour card if it wasn't for the support of his family and the keen insight from his brother.
When I'm structuring my practice, putting requires the most mental energy, and to be locked in, Devin is sort of my eyes closer to home. He's helped out a lot. He's a very good player himself.
From a young age, we've helped each other get better. We know each other's tendencies, and most importantly, we're very honest with each other.
Yeah, it's pretty dead on square. Yeah.
The first couple were just left, and I think that's the tendency with the left to right putts. The sun is rising.
He's not afraid to be very blunt and straightforward with me. Sometimes A player needs to hear that. Don't talk bad about a sunrise.
It was, really neat seeing him win in Utah. And I got pretty emotional after the putt went in on 18 because it kind of brought me back to all the work we've been doing on the putting green all summer long. And to see it kind of showcase itself on that final putt was pretty special. Stroke looked really nice there.
Okay, cool.
Our dad was a competitive tennis player, and he's kind of instilled the mindset and the thought process of how to compete, and it's definitely helped us.
We are best friends. We talk all the time. I always invite him, play some tennis. Looking good, Julian. I love playing with him because I still admire his athletic ability on the tennis court. He doesn't just stand there. He wants to get every shot. He's very focused, very determined. Julian was always a competitor. As a little kid, he showed that competitiveness on his own. Oh, beauty. Brilliant. Very competitive he is on the court, too. I started him on tennis, and, he showed a lot of natural ability, and so I said, let's try golf. He just hit the ball naturally.
I'm glad that as he's gotten older, he still enjoys the game. That's what I want to do with the game I love. Not bad for an old man, huh?
Good playing, very good.
I've been a pro now a dozen years. There have been quite a few tough times, and you kind of find out who's really there during those tough times. And my family's definitely been there.
We were always behind him. I get all choked up, but, even when he was down, I would say, listen, I'll never stop believing in you.
It's easy to look at the points and say, if I finish X and, I lock this up. It's very easy to get ahead of yourself in this game, and you kind of got to throw that out the window and go execute the shot.
While Suri slips down the points list, he sets realistic expectations, but 2 rounds remain, and there is plenty of hope left for those that are not tour-bound. Those with their PGA Tour cards locked are not letting up, especially Neil Shipley.
Nice hands there. Neil Shipley been playing the best golf the last 2 days after an opening 73.
While Shipley sits tied for second, Johnny Keefer finishes strong, fortifying his position in first on the points list. Climbing his way up the leaderboard is Chandler Blanchet.
Blanchet, one of the best putters on the Korn Ferry Tour. A ton of confidence coming into this week. This to shoot 4 under and to get within 1. There you go, right side, Blanchet. This board is packed.
As Blanchet has a firm grasp on his PGA Tour card, it slips through Julian Suri's fingers. Needing a high finish, Suri is unable to find momentum, sitting 12 shots behind the leader headed into Sunday.
Well, Baron Bauchou, slow start to the day. 54th on the points list coming in, so needs a win. And he is charging up this board. Bauchou red hot.
I don't really look at the scoreboards. I know I have to go win, so I'll do my best to give it a fight, I have nothing to lose, so I can only go for it.
Setting up a miracle at season's end, Baron Bauchou needs a birdie to take the outright lead.
That is some of the best golf we have seen all week long. He's got to win. If he does that, he gets a PGA Tour card.
With dreams of a PGA Tour card, the grueling Korn Ferry Tour season comes down to one final round. But for those sitting around 20th on the points list, the tension is high. Thanks to his back-to-back second places in the finals and a push this week, Marty Doe is projected just inside the bubble.
Marty Doe came into the week 19th. This guy has been on a tear as of late, storming up the points list.
Leader Baron Bauchou is projected at 14th with a win, pushing Sudarshan Yelamaraju back to 20th. While Pontus Nyholm, who's been in the top 20 of the points list since May, is 21st in the projected standings, it really comes down to every shot.
It is the final round of the Korn Ferry Tour Championship in terms of drama and golf. This is one of the best days of the year.
Beginning the day 2 shots behind Baron Bauchou, Chandler Blanchet gets off to a hot start.
out of the gate today. Birdie, birdie, birdie. Already tour bound, so just trying to add to the best season of his career. Today, the birdies as we come down the stretch will be so integral for careers.
With a back 940, Pontus Nyholm sits just outside the top 20, and all he can do is wait.
Pontus Nyholm came into the week 18th on the points list. That a bogey on his final hole of the season after a double bogey at 14. And Nyholm, who has lived inside the top 20, now projected 21st.
With 3 birdies and 1 bogey through 13 holes, Baron Botha needs a strong finish, as a win is his only route to a PGA Tour card.
This has got to go in. This would get him within 2 of Blanchet. Exquisite short game. And you would think he still needs to make a couple more because Blanchet doesn't look like he's going to come back to these guys.
Blanchet makes 7 birdies in 13 holes, refusing to take his foot off the pedal. Baron Botha falls behind with 2 bogeys, his dream slipping from view.
Chandler Blanchet about to turn a real solid season into a special one. Projected 2nd on the points list to wrap up the year. That is going out and just getting it done.
I've worked on this for 20 plus years and been grinding as a professional for 8 years, and it's kind of all coming together. I'm excited to put my game to the test next year.
With his win, Chandler Blanchet finishes the season in 2nd place on the points list, and no one catches Johnny Keefer, who takes the #1 spot. And Pontus Nyholm's wait is over. He is the last man to be awarded a PGA Tour card at the ceremony.
Tonight is the culmination of the 2025 Korn Ferry Tour season. You have proven that you have what it takes to compete with the very best in the world. Let's hand out some hardware.
From Edmond, Oklahoma, Zachary Bauchou.
Definitely emotional. It's cool to have my wife and our 2 kids here this week.
Yeah, wow. Thank you.
From George, South Africa, Christo Lamprecht.
It's not just what it would mean for me, it's all the people that have kind of helped me get there too. It's a dream come true for sure.
From Belgium, Adrien de Chassart.
I definitely enjoyed the moment a little more and appreciate how hard the sport is and how good it is to, actually do something good for it sometimes.
Steel City Strong, Neil Shipley.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm super stoked about reaching the height of golf and being able to call myself a PGA Tour member. It's what I've been working towards for my entire life.
He's headed to the PGA Tour for the first time from San Antonio, Mr. Johnny Keefer.
Beginning of the year, I would have loved to have been in this position, and then to not only be here, but also finish #1 is incredible.
You've earned this moment. Celebrate it with one another, with your families, with your friends. Congratulations and cheers to the Korn Ferry Tour class of 2025.